Some dreams are big. Some dreams are small. Some dream to go from place to place. Dreams of love and ever after. Dreams and sacrifices that builds the future. Whatever the dream or step or journey, you can do more with a partner that cares about your dreams. Access, more than banking.
Come back. Now we go to earnings released to the market in the course of last week, and there are lots and lots and lots of them here. How do we go about them? There are so many, Aruna, but we only touch on the ones we can touch on. Let us leave insurance companies, but let us look at some. You will see what we have done here is to look at the turnover growth, and it's going to be on 1 page. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have 2 pages of such. All right. Now, from what I can see here, I think we should have 2, not 3, all things being equal. All right. So we start from Caverton. So what we have done here is very simple. We captured the current price, the price as at last Friday. We also captured the turnover and the difference in the turnover, either growth or decline. We captured the profit after tax, and then we also captured the change in the profit after tax. Then we did also for the earning per share. And then we did for PE ratio. We did for earnings yield and for profit margin. If you are looking away from the profit margin, you cannot afford to look away from earnings yield. You cannot afford to look away from PE ratio. You cannot afford to look away from earning per share. We've done it before, but we will do it again. All right? Now, the turnover of an organization can be anything. It's only telling you the quantum of business they are able to generate, but how much are they spending to do that business? That is why the profit after tax is of immense importance. You need to now look at the profit after tax. Of course, the relationship between the profit after tax and the turnover is what will eventually give you the profit margin. All right? Now, when you do that, you now bring it to the number of shareholders that they've got. I mean, the number of, not the number of shareholders, the number of outstanding number of shares. The outstanding number of shares. So you have to relate it with the profit after tax. It will give you the earnings. That is to say, the holder of 1 unit of share in that organization. What will this profit mean to that fellow? Very important. So it is not in percentage growth. It is not in how bogus it sounds. 1 billion, 2 billion, it could even be 1 trillion. What if the company also has 1 trillion number of shares? Very important, because in the long run, the price of a stock and its earning will move in the same direction. That is the first law of equity price movement by Abenomics. And then we now look at the PE ratio, relationship between current price and earning. In other words, assuming the company is going to be distributing all the profit after tax or the earnings to the shareholders, how long will it take you going to buy that investment at this current price? How many years will it take you to recover your investment? That is what PE ratio says, the relationship between the current price and the earning per share. Earnings yield is just the relationship also, what percentage of current price is the earnings. All right? If the higher, the better. If the earnings yield is higher, it means that the equity is underpriced. But before you buy, go and look at the reasons as to why the stock is underpriced. Aruna, looking at these results generally, what will be your immediate reaction before we begin to look at individual companies?
You know, like I said before, that we are going to have a better August, because what this result is just showing, you can see the earnings seeds, most of the earnings seeds here are higher than, even for quarter two, they are say higher than 10% that meets my condition for inclusion in my portfolio. So I just told you that why, you know, most of this result came in on Friday. A number of analysis will have been done yesterday and today. So by tomorrow, we'll see a better market. Let
me put it to you. You will have done a lot of analysis here. Because we have a lot and I have my opinion. And my opinion will always be divergent from yours. Yes, that is not to say that we cannot agree. All right? From some of these ones you have seen, for some of the analysis you have seen, based on the figures that you have been able to access, what and what stocks do you think someone should take positioning?
You know, on this platform, there was a particular point in time I was shouting Okomu, Okomu. It will look as if I have a particular interest there. You know, they're in the agricultural sector. When I look at the trend, I discovered that what they made for quarter one, they made 8 naira last year, and what they have made for quarter one was already 5 naira, and they paid almost 80% of what they made last year as dividend. They pay about 7 naira. So how have they look at it that if they are consistent in their payout up to 70–80% of their earning per share, then that means that this year will be tremendous. And they made 10 naira for quarter two, which is higher than what they made the year. Yes, we can say that it's COVID year, but they have made it. There are other institutions that even perform worse than the COVID.
Let's talk about this Okomu. But I can see quite a number of companies that performed far better than Okomu. Yes, 10 naira, 10 naira, Okomu,
from 4 naira
20 kobo earning per share. Was it the previous year now to 10 naira? Very fantastic. We are talking about 137.98%. But the PE ratio is still 11. Earnings yield is under 10.
What we'll be looking at, like I said, is that unique payout, dividend payout.
Okay, that's what you are looking at. Because looking at this result, Aruna, I would say Presco will have been a better company in the sense that Presco brought 4 naira 39 kobo to now 10 naira 13 kobo, higher than that of Okomu, and then showing 130.68. As a matter of fact, even in the previous year, Presco's earning was higher than that of Okomu, and then the PE ratio is 7.01, and the earnings yield is 14.26%, and the profit margin is 47.18. From this, Aruna, why is Okomu selling at 110 and Presco selling at 70?
Did Presco pay 7 naira? That is, I'm looking, you see, one of the things that when results are coming, you know it's expectation that there's every possibility that when it comes to be like this, it's going to be like this. It's what is at the back of the result that people are looking at.
So when eventually Presco decides to begin to pay dividend like Okomu, the price will probably match up.
Chances are.
First Money is Nigeria's biggest and most preferred agent banking network. Thanks to First Money, millions of people are living their dreams. Meet some First Money agents who are driving this.
First Money is the best POS that we use in my area. I started with one container beside me. This is my main branch. I have up to 7 branches.
With First Money, I've been able to employ 6 staffs, which 5 are female. So I see First Money as a business to employ and also to empower ladies.
Through First Money, over 1 million people across Nigeria have their financial services needs met daily. In all the accessible local government areas, you are bound to find First Money agents. With First Money, we're bringing financial inclusion and the many benefits that come with it. You first, First Bank.